before you to adopt supporting the 7 priority issues that have been identified by the membership of the County Commissioners Association, of which you're a part. And these priorities were adopted at the last meeting, I believe a couple of weeks ago, right before Thanksgiving. And so there is a press release that talks about those 7 priorities, and then CCAP is also asking for your adoption of the resolution, and if you do so, we would also provide that to the legislative delegation from Lebanon County and the Governor's Office. How do you want me to do this? You want me to possibly read through the proclamation, or the resolution, or the press release, or I guess
whatever shorter?
Probably the resolution. Okay, that's probably a better summary anyhow.
I mean, we were all there, and it's kind of perfunctory stuff, but go ahead.
Whereas these priorities showcase the services that counties provide and emphasize the critical need to redefine, reinvigorate, and emphasize the state-county partnership in service delivery. Whereas counties are acting to improve their communities and the well-being of their residents through these priorities. Whereas the top priority for Pennsylvania counties in 2018 is human services system reform and funding, highlighting the need for additional funding to address increased mandates, service needs, and caseloads. Whereas, for example, Lebanon County has experienced a 40% increase in referrals to its child welfare agency following nearly 30 new child welfare laws enacted in 2015. Whereas counties also seek to improve coordination and streamline administration to better reflect the state-county partnership. And whereas counties will continue to address the opioid epidemic through their priority to prevent drug overdose and substance abuse. And whereas in 2016 there were 16 deaths due to heroin and opioids in Lebanon County. And whereas counties will build on the progress that has been made to emphasize the need for integrated planning among state and local stakeholders and increased capacity for prevention, treatment, and intervention programs. And whereas the 3rd county priority for 2018 is to maintain the shale gas impact fee as currently structured in Act 13 of 2012, regardless of any potential discussion to place a severance tax on the natural gas industry for other purposes. And whereas Lebanon County receives funding for environmental and open space projects through the Marcellus Legacy Fund and uses those funds to address community needs such as environmental education, park improvements, and farmland preservation. Whereas county's 4th priority is to increase psychiatric or forensic bed access in state hospitals for county inmates who have mental illness and developmental disabilities, as there are 250 inmates across the state, including inmates in Lebanon County, waiting for just 237 available beds. And whereas efforts are also needed to expand treatment and restoration services with the prison and community systems, with the care of individuals being the foremost priority. And whereas counties also support veteran services, funding for voting systems, and mandate reform as priorities for 2018. Now therefore be it resolved that Lebanon County stands ready to work with the County Commissioners Association of Pennsylvania and counties throughout the Commonwealth in support of these priorities for 2018. Also resolved that Lebanon County calls upon the General Assembly and the administration to re-engage in dialogue on the appropriate level of partnership between the state and counties by re-examining and, where necessary, reconfiguring the state-county financial and regulatory relationship. And further resolved, collaboration between county government and the Commonwealth on these priorities will lead to solutions that better reflect the needs of Pennsylvanians, improve stewardship of taxpayer dollars, reduce cost, increase local flexibility, and assure the quality of services counties provide. And resolved that a copy of this resolution be sent to the Lebanon County Legislative Delegation, to Governor Wolf, and to the County Commissioners Association of Pennsylvania. Be adopted today if you approve.
Move to adopt the resolution.
I'll second the motion, and I'd like to call it then, please. Okay. Well, I really appreciate all of the hard work that went into the Committee of the Whole at the County Commissioners Association of Pennsylvania to adopt our top priorities. And this is new that we're releasing them within Lebanon County, because normally the board goes to the Capitol steps to do this. One of the new things that's in there this year I found, I think, timely for us, because we're looking at possibly realigning some of our voting districts, which theoretically could mean we would need more voting machines. At the same time that our voting machines are aging, we have about 375 machines, And when we purchased them, they cost us $2,700 a piece. So that, just for those machines, is a $1,012,500 investment. So as we move forward, I think that with the aid of the other commissioners across the state, we can lobby the state and federal government to help fund replacement machines as ours are aging out. We did get new batteries, but technology improvements would include additional securities and things that maybe were not incorporated in that first round of electronic machines. So I'm looking forward to working again with all of the top priorities. We talk a lot about human services and overdoses, and the shale impact fee, and the forensic beds is another one. The veterans, of course, are top priority, and fighting to get fair shares for mandated services. All of these things are integral to operations in the future for the county. So thank you for the opportunity to comment.
Anything else? I think CCAP does a good job. I'll stop right there. Anything else? All in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. So moved.
That's all I have.
I pose a question.